And this is literally straying even further away. You talk about being upset. Harambe, who is the gorilla that was killed at the Cincinnati Zoo. You on Twitter talk about caring so much about him, that the life meant so much. The Cincinnati Zoo has come out and asked people to stop using memes, and you've used a lot of memes in social media. How is that respecting Harambe by doing that when they're asking to stop in order to honor him?
Sure. So as a sort of moonlighting scientist, you know, I work a lot with non-human primates. We call them in the labs NHPs. So any rhesus monkeys, capuchins, all the way up to the higher order species. I have, my brother and I especially, have this deep fondness for animals that are so close to humans, so remarkably close. In fact, there are bonobos that can even communicate with you on a one-to-one level and tell jokes and be sarcastic and funny and even flirt with you. It's unbelievable how human-like these creatures are. And the idea that we just shot this animal in cold blood, and we don't have to debate, you know, whether or not that was a good idea.
To save a child is the argument. And just if you're going to say you shot him in cold blood, to save a child that was...
To be honest, it's painful to even talk about this. But let's get back to the issue, which is that in this country, I don't think we value non-human primate life the way we should. I think these animals actually should have rights, believe it or not.
But if they did, Martin, they wouldn't be able to be used in the pharmaceutical industry, which is what you were talking about.
I don't think they should be. You know, I do a lot of I've overseen the death of thousands of these animals, whether they be dogs or rats, and many times non-human primates.
Wow, you've overseen the death
Every single
animals?
Pharmaceutical executive has. Pfizer probably kills 1 million animals a year, and it's painful. You know, if that doesn't eat at you, you know, I don't know what will.
When you talk about that, it feels like it is it's a moral decision. It's how you feel morally. And yet when you talk about drug prices, when we were talking earlier, and I know you're saying it should go to the insurance companies, it's up to the insurance companies, but why not have that same moral compassion for the way the system is right now?
I have more moral compassion. You know, I mean, I think that there's, for instance, 7,000 rare diseases. There's only 5 or 6 companies in the world that care about those diseases. The Pfizers, the Mercks, the AstraZenecas, they care about the big sellers. But there's dying kids, friends of mine like the Kulzer brothers, 3 kids with pecan. I invented the first drug ever for pecan. And these 3 kids, they're staring at their death sentence. They're teenagers. And I'm fighting my butt off to save them. And I need money to do that. Investors don't care for these little diseases and so forth. So I think I have a lot more compassion than most people think. That's why I'm in the drug business. But at the same time, non-human primates are kind of these pretty precious animals. And that's why we care so much about Harambe. You know, this is he's so human-like and so close to our hearts that you know, I think we should honor his memory. And this is a good time for activists to think harder about, you know, should some animals have rights.
So are you going to stop memeing Harambe?
I think what I'm trying to do, no, is a short answer. But what I'm trying to do is elevate the respect we have for these animals. They are truly our cousins. And you can see that in their eyes. And to me, the idea that we're going to bring in these animals into our world as peers, I think is a good thing.
All right, Martin Shkreli, thanks so much for stopping by and answering our questions. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.